Taylor Swift has always been renowned for her meticulous attention to detail, weaving intricate layers of meaning into her work that reward the most dedicated fans. Her latest music video for The Fate of Ophelia, the lead single from her highly anticipated album The Life of a Showgirl, is no exception. Released to the public after an exclusive theatrical premiere, this visual masterpiece is a treasure trove of Easter eggs, subtle nods and symbolic references that span her personal life, artistic influences, and even broader cultural touchstones. Swifties, as her loyal followers are known, have spent hours dissecting every frame, uncovering connections that transform a simple music video into a narrative puzzle. At its core, the video explores themes of love, loss, reinvention, and the performative nature of fame, all filtered through the lens of Shakespeare's tragic heroine Ophelia from Hamlet. But beyond the literary allusions, Swift infuses the piece with personal anecdotes, tributes to her relationships, and callbacks to her own storied career, creating a multifaceted experience that feels both intimate and epic. One of the most immediately striking elements is the video's opening sequence, which plunges viewers into a lush, dreamlike tableau reminiscent of pre-Raphaelite art. Swift appears as an ethereal figure reclining in a shallow brook, her white gown billowing around her like a spectral veil, surrounded by an abundance of wildflowers, roses, violets, and forget-me-nots, that echo Ophelia's floral madness in the play. This isn't just aesthetic flair, it's a direct homage to John Everett Millet's famous 1851 painting Ophelia, which depicts the characters drowning in exquisite, almost voyeuristic detail. Swift has long drawn from classical literature for inspiration, and here she positions herself as a modern Ophelia, a woman caught in the currents of expectation, heartbreak, and societal judgment. Yet, unlike the passive victim of Shakespeare's tale, Swift's Ophelia is active and defiant, rising from the water to command the stage. This subversion sets the tone for the video's exploration of female agency, a recurring motif in her discography that traces back to songs like The Man from her 2019 album Lover. As the camera pans across the scene, subtle details emerge. The water's surface ripples with faint reflections of stage lights, hinting at the blurred line between personal tragedy and public performance. Fans have noted how the flowers are not merely decorative, each type carries symbolic weight, roses for passion, violets for fidelity, mirroring lyrics from the song that plead, "Pledge allegiance to your hands, your team, your vibes," a call to unwavering loyalty amid chaos. Transitioning from this painterly serenity to the frenetic energy of backstage preparation, the video shifts into a whirlwind of sequins, spotlights, and synchronized choreography. Here, Swift assembles a cadre of her trusted collaborators, including dancers from her record-breaking Eras tour, such as Raphael Thomas and Kevin Skeitzbach. These performers aren't just background fixtures. They embody the communal spirit of Swift's live shows, where every movement is a shared ritual. Thomas, known for his precise footwork in the tour's anti-hero segment, leads a troupe in a routine that blends contemporary dance with burlesque flair, their bodies twisting like vines around Swift as she vamps in a crimson bodysuit adorned with fringe. This ensemble work recalls the communal catharsis of her 2023 to 2024 tour, which grossed over $1 billion and redefined stadium pop spectacles. But the real magic lies in the interstitial moments. As the dancers apply makeup and adjust costumes, a vanity mirror reveals a black and white photograph tucked into its frame, a candid shot of a bearded man mid-laugh, unmistakably Travis Kelce, Swift's fiancé and Kansas City Chiefs tight end. This tender inclusion humanizes the glamour, grounding the video's high drama in the quiet joys of domesticity. It's a nod to their real-life romance, which began in 2023 and has weathered media scrutiny with grace, much like Ophelia's ill-fated love for Hamlet. Kelce's presence permeates the video in myriad ways, turning it into a love letter disguised as a pop anthem. In one kinetic sequence, Swift catches a spiraling football mid-air, her grip firm and triumphant, as she belts out lines about devotion and teamwork. The ball, leather-worn and scuffed, isn't a prop, it's a relic from an actual game, sourced from Kelce's collection, symbolizing the intersection of their worlds, her meticulously curated artistry meeting his raw athleticism. Fans erupted online when they spotted the jersey number 87 etched on a hotel room door later in the clip, a blink-can-you'll-miss-it detail that aligns with the song's bridge, where Swift croons about unlocking doors you never knew were there. This numerical Easter egg ties into Kelce's career milestones, 87 receptions in a single season, a personal best, and subtly weaves their timelines together. Moreover, the football catch isn't isolated. It bookends a montage of Swift navigating a labyrinthine theater, dodging stagehands and props, evoking the cleaning cart cameos from her Eras tour, where she'd emerge unexpectedly to thrill audiences. These callbacks aren't nostalgic filler, they underscore themes of surprise and resilience, reminding viewers that Swift's reinventions, from country ingenue to global icon, are built on layers of improvisation and grit. Baking emerges as an unlikely but poignant thread, revealing Swift's domestic side amid the spectacle. Midway through, she poses for an in-video painting session before a laden table, a golden loaf of sourdough bread, a ripe peach and a strand of luminous pearls. The bread, plump and crusty, steals the scene, and Swift later confirms in behind-the-scenes commentary that she baked it herself, her hands dusted with flour off camera. This isn't whimsy, it's a reclamation of normalcy. Swift has openly shared her pandemic-era pivot to sourdough, a therapeutic ritual that birthed bread puns for song titles like The Fate of Ophelia. The peach, juicy and have to expose its pit, evokes vulnerability and sweetness, while the pearls suggest heirloom wisdom passed down, perhaps a subtle tribute to her mother Andrea, who features in album lore. Together, these elements form a still life of abundance, contrasting Ophelia's barren fate and affirming Swift's philosophy, creation as an antidote to despair. Fans have drawn parallels to her 2020 folklore sessions, where baking interludes fueled introspective songwriting, proving that her art thrives on the interplay of hearth and hustle.